As we all are at the platform of the wire that we are here to win the dreams. So I welcome to all of you in this journey. And as before starting, we always start with some positive quotes with some super energy. And our today's quote says that discipline is being able to force yourself to do something in spite of how you feel over and over it until it becomes a habit. That means this is called a discipline. You have to come out of the comfort zone, we can see, and have to do it again and again until it becomes the habit. Okay, so let's start now and let's begin our game. As with all of you, I just hope that all of you know the game. As we always play the games, which means that we attend the sessions, we give the test, we attend the assignments, all whatever you do, and after every session, attending every session, every test, every practice lessons assignment, you get the points, and at the week and monthly and quarterly, you get the reports on that, right? So let's play the game. As this is the coins, that means coin structures, how you will get the coins, you can see on screen. So let's start. As these are your rewards, you can get these rewards weekly, monthly and quarterly. Okay, so let's begin the game now. And as you are here, that means you are attending the session, so congrats, you have won the 500 coins. So now let's start. So so today's session is for simple interest and compound interest. That means where we will continue this simple interest in today's session. So let's start this new topic with something new tricks, and you can see the new with the practical knowledge, right? Because simple interest and compound interest is the most important topic actually. We always see, we always have seen in the real life, and we always use it everywhere in reality. Always at least once in a life, we always use it actually. So what are we going to see today in today's session? That what is the simple interest importance, that means SIC as important as the exam point of view, in professional life importance, in real life importance. Then we will see that what is the exactly simple interest, how to find out the simple interest. Then we see the types of the question. We will solve three types of the questions, and we are going to solve so many questions in today's sessions. Yes, I have taken many questions in today's session because I wanted to clear that. I wanted to clear all of you, that you will clear the concept of this topic. So we will take more questions today. So let's see, let's solve together and start now. Okay. So what is the importance? As the traditional importance, you can see SICI, there were in 2 to 3 questions, you can expect 2 questions even. Okay, because in one question papers there were 2 questions and one question at 1 year. That means this is the most important topic. You can say you can expect 1, 2 or 3 questions even, but at least 2. Okay, you can say 1 or 2 questions you can expect from say SICI in the traditional exam. For other exams also, this is the important. As percentage, profit loss, this is the equality. You can say equally important. Okay, percentage, profit loss. Similarly, SICI is also the most important topic. So you can expect for the TSNET 1 to 2 questions minimum, and for the comments also 2 to 3 questions you can expect. And actually, if you understood the concept, then SICI is really easy one. Even you can solve easily. It is really score. It is score. That means you can say that if you solve it within some seconds, then of course you can score in this question. So this is how scoring it is, easy it is, and important also. So let's start. Oh, sorry, not let's start. We have already started. So let's see the professional life importance actually. So invest, that interest is the word which is relevant to the 3 words in which there is a saving, borrowing and investing. That means how much you are saving. Sometimes you can borrow the amount, a sum of money. You can lend some of the money, and even saving also is there. Saving, borrowing and investing. So these three words are most important in the business. As you know, there is always investing something, always saving something, always there is a borrowing laid out. That is, these things are too much common in the business. So in the professional life also, these things will help you. Because sometimes you can take a loan for the business, then on that loan, what exactly there is the interest, what amount of the interest, what percent of interest will be on that amount. Like these things, it will help you in every time in the professional life also. And in the real life, as always, we can see that we always mostly we take the car loan, we always take the education loan. For that, there is a something rate of interest. You took the loan for 3 years or 5 years or 10 years even. If you are taking a home, then of course for that we sometimes we take a loan for 10 to 12 years also. So for every year amount of loan, that is interest, if the interest is also same, then every year that interest changes, that means amount is also changes. So exactly what happens if 1 year is increased, or what happens if the rate of interest is more, or you can say that the saving account in your bank which gives you the interest, that is the most common, because everyone has the account in the bank. So this is the most common example, right? So all these things will help you in real life also and in the professional life also. So now let's start. Profit and loss is not connected with the SICI exactly, but we can say percentage is completely connected with the SICI. Okay. So important concepts are what? First thing is the principal, then interest and amount. Okay. Principal is what? Suppose you are going to take a loan. Okay. You want a car, you are going to take a loan of a 10 lakhs, for example. So the 10 lakh is nothing but here the principal amount, that is sum. You called it either principal or sum also. Sometimes they were to use the sum also. So the principal or the amount is the sum of a money which is a borrowed or lent. Okay, lent out for a certain period of time. That means suppose you have taken a loan of 10 lakh, that means that 10 lakh is a principal which you have taken, that means you have borrowed, or from the bank point of view, they will say that a lend. That means in the bank, from that bank, 10 lakh is also principal, from your side 10 lakh is the principal. Now what happens, as bank is giving you the loan, that means they are not going to give you the loan in a free. Obviously no one will give you the loan as a free, or of course you return it, that is also okay, but there is always interest on that amount. Whenever you took a loan, every time there is an interest on that amount. So in that interest is nothing but the, what we can say, the extra money of the part which you pay for that. That means if bank is giving you the 10 lakh of loan, whenever you wanted to return it, you will return up to the 11 lakhs or 11.5 lakhs or 96,000 extra. That means of course you are not going to exact pay 10 lakh to the bank, right? There is something, obviously they will take something interest. So whatever the extra amount instead of that uh, principal, whatever the extra amount you paid for that loan, that is called as the interest. And amount is what? Amount is nothing but you have taken the loan of 10 lakhs. At the time of the pay, you have paid the extra interest of rupees, suppose 1.5 lakhs. That means you had paid the amount of 11.50 lakhs. 11 lakh 50,000 you will pay to the bank after 3 years or 5 years, you can say. That means the amount is nothing but what? The sum of the principal plus interest, that total amount we call it as the amount. Are you getting these three concepts? P is the principal which you have taken the loan. I is the interest, that is interest which you are going to pay the extra money for that loan. And amount is the total amount which you are going to pay. That means your principal plus interest. These three things are important here. So have you understood these three things? Tell me fast. Yes. Okay. Then there are some more factors are there. Okay. In the interest, there are some factors, like suppose one bank is giving you the loan at a 8% per annum, at a rate of 8% per annum, but one bank is giving you at a 7.5% per annum, and one more bank is giving you the loan at a 7% per annum. Then which bank will you prefer at that time? There are the three banks which are giving you the loan at the rate of 7%, 7.5%, 8%. Then which will you prefer? 7%. Why? Because they are giving you at the less rate of the interest. Rate of interest means what? This interest which you have to pay the extra per year, you have to pay that percent of that. Here again percentage will help you. Percent means if you are taking a loan of 100 rupees and there is a 7% loan, that means on 100 rupees you have to pay 7 rupees. If you are taking a loan of 1000 rupees, you have to pay 70 rupees. If you are paying 10,000, then 700 rupees. This is the rate. But if you are for the 10,000, your rate of interest is 8%. That means you have to pay 800 rupees. So obviously you will consider the less amount of the rate of interest to take a loan. So what is the rate of interest? That is R is nothing but the percentage of the interest or rate of the interest on which you are taking the loan. Okay. So important factors are P, that is principal. Next is the rate of interest, and third is the T, which we call as the time period. That is for how much time you are taking a loan. If you are taking a loan of 3 years and if you are taking a loan of 5 years, then for 3 years you will require the less amount of the interest, and for 5 years you will require more amount of the interest, because you are using only for 3 years, so you have to pay less interest. If you are using their money for more years, that means you have to pay more interest. So these are the important factors. Okay, so it looks similar to the anda method. We cannot exactly say that one, but okay, let's see. Ma'am, in this duration of years not have any effect. That is what I said. If you took the for more years, that means you have to pay more interest, because you are using their money, right? So no one will give you to use their money in the free of cost. Of course, if you are using for 1 year, that means they will cost only 8%, suppose 7% loan. For 1 year, it will be only 7%. For 2 years, that means this one 7%, next year 7%. That means it will be twice. Not exactly twice for every time, okay? But we can say for the twice, means double for 2 years, it will be double. For 3 years, again, that means you can say thrice, but that's 7% of thrice, okay? Not exactly the amount, principal thrice times, okay? So you are getting that means every time in first year, the loan amount of the interest is 700. Then for the second year, you have to pay again 700, that means 1400. Again for third year, again 700 means 2100. This is how it will get increased per year also. Okay, and this is what I have said. This is all about the simple interest, because in the interest there are the two types, where one is a simple interest, one is a compound interest. For simple interest and compound interest, I will just tell you the difference here orally even, because we are going to see on the simple interest today. Okay, for the questions we will cover that one only. But let's see the difference of simple interest and compound interest. What is the difference actually? As I said, suppose 7% discount or 7% rate. Okay. So you are paying a 700 for first year, for example. Okay. Then in the simple interest, if you are paying a 700 for first year, you have to pay 700 every year. Whether it is for 5 years, 10 years, that means it will increase by only 700. If on the first year it is a 700, next year it will be 700 plus 700, 1400. Third year plus 700, 2100 plus 700, 2800. That means simple interest, there is an interest only on the principal amount. But on the compound interest, the rate of interest is not on the principal amount. In the compound interest, that rate of percentage every year increases on the amount. Amount means what happens? For example, I will explain here in short. Okay. Suppose 10,000 is your loan amount. Okay. And you are taking on the SI and CI. Okay, so for first year, and for example 10%, okay, that will be more easy for the to calculate even. Okay, for example, rate of interest is a 10%. So how much will you for after 1 year? How much amount you will pay? 10,000 plus 10% of 10,000. That means it will becomes 1,000. You have to pay 1,000 more, right? That means interest SI will be 1,000 rupees for the first year. Then CI will be also 1,000 rupees. That means you have to remember that SI and CI for 1 year is always equal. Okay. This I will explain whenever I will explain the CI again. That time definitely I will explain it again. But still, this is the most important concept actually, logical also. So please try to understand. Okay. That means after 1 year, first year, if you are paying rate is a 10%, that means you will pay 10,000 on 10,000, you will pay 1,000 rupees loan. And this again you will pay the 1,000 rupees. Okay. Again for the second year, now what will happen? For the second year, you will again pay the 1,000 rupees. Okay, you will again pay the 1,000 rupees, but at the time of the compound interest, you don't have to pay the 1,000 rupees. At that time, your 10,000 plus this 1,000, it will become 11,000. Amount is equal to 11,000 in this CI. Right? Are you getting this amount will becomes 11,000 because the 10,000 plus 11,000. For the second year, you have to pay 10% on the amount. Then what is the amount here? 11,000. Then 10% of 11,000 will be 1,100. That means on the second year, you have to pay 1,100. Are you getting my point here? What is the difference between SI and CI? So the interest increases per year. Yeah, and it increases on the amount. Whatever the amount becomes every year, that rate of interest is applied on the amount. Here, every time they will apply the interest on the amount, that means only on the principal. But in the compound interest, on the next year, they will apply 11,100. 11,000 plus 1,100. That means at this time, amount is 12,100. So for the third year, again they will add 10% of this. That means which will becomes to 1210 plus that means this time you have to add the you have to give the total interest on the 1,210. But here you have to give the only 100. That means every year it is increasing. Next year again it will get increased. That means this is the difference between the SI and CI. Yeah, exactly. In the for third year, it will become 10,000 plus this 11,000 plus again that means 12,100 plus 110. That means it will become 13,310. Okay, means suppose you have taken the loan for only for the 3 years. After 3 years, you will pay 10,000 plus 1,000, 1,000, 5,000. That means after 3 years, you will pay only 13,000 on SI. But at the end of the third year, you will give the as this 10,000 plus this 12,100 plus this 1,000. That means it will become 13,310. That means this 310 is the extra amount which you have to pay on the CI extra. You didn't understood? Okay, I will explain that once again. Anyone is there who haven't understood still? So the interest increases per year. Ma'am, can you explain the CI again? Okay, I'm explaining the CI once again. Okay, and even when I will take the CI at that time, I will explain it again. Now also I'm going to explain it again. Okay. So SI is the same. Every time 10, 100, 1,000 rupees, it is okay. But for the CI, on the first year, you will pay 10,000 plus 1,000. You have to pay amount of 11,000. Up to this is okay. Now for the second year, on the SI, you were giving only 1,000 rupees, right? And interest was only 1,000 rupees. But here, 10% of this 11,000. Because now this amount is become 11,000. So 10% of 11,000 is what? 1,100. That means you are applying. That means if you have to add this out. So what will you do at this time? 1100. That means you have to pay 1100 in the second year. For the SI, you are paying only 1,000 rupees interest. But for the CI, now you have to pay 1100 for the second year. Again, for third year, what will happen? This 1100 plus initial amount of the 11,000. That means 11,000 plus 1,100. That means your total amount is now 12,100. Now you have to pay 10% on the 12,100, which will be 1210. That means if you are not getting these calculations, that is okay. But are you getting the concept at least? Because for the calculations we will solve. There are so many questions. So don't worry about the calculations. But at least are you getting the concept? That means every time you can see here 1,000 plus 100 plus 3,000. 1, 2, 3, 3,000, 210 and this 100. That means you are total paying the interest of 1,000 plus 1100 plus 1200, which means you are paying total 3,000 and 310. Okay, this total I had written the amount actually, but if you are writing on the interest, that means you will pay after 3 years, you will pay only 3,000 on the SI, but you will pay 3,310 rupees on the principal amount in the CI. That means total amount you will pay 13,300 and 13,000 only. I am talking only about the interest here now. Okay, the amount will be the same. Oh yeah, for the SI, whatever the interest amount, whatever the interest on first year, it will be same for 10 years, 20 years, that is every year, it will increase by only 1,000. But on the CI, it will increase by whatever the amounts rate of interest on the amount. Okay, here if it is 1,000, for lifetime it is 1,000, but it will get increased every year by 10%. Okay, now understood? Got it? Yes, very good. Still anyone have doubt? Or we will start it, and yeah, don't worry, still, and whenever I will start this TI, I will explain this concept once. Okay? Let's solve? Yes, very good. Now let's solve. Now this is the formula to find out the SI. Okay, what is the formula to find out the SI? Let's see. Do you know this formula? SI is simple interest. Okay, SI is equals to PRT divided by 100. Okay, sometimes you can see in the books T, they can call N also number of years, or you can say time periods. Okay, so this will becomes your formula. Simple interest is equal to PRT, where P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, T is the time period, SI is the simple interest. Okay, and what is the amount? I had said amount after the loan, that means you paid, that amount is equals to whatever the principal plus interest. SI or CI amount formula is the same, but we can say, but we are looking only for the SI, so I will listed only for the SI. The principal plus whatever the interest you will give at the end, you have to pay the amount. Okay. Yeah, so no one has doubt in this formula, right? So let's solve the questions now. Let's go for the questions. Okay. So you can see in the type 1, we will find the SI, rate of interest for time period, and here or principal, they can ask anything. And this is the level 1 easiest type of the question. So let's solve this fast. And the question number 1 is from the TIS 2019. So can you solve this one? Yes, 6%, 6%, 6%. Many students have solving. That is really easiest one question, right? What you have to do in this question? Find the rate of interest. That means you have to find out the R. When principal of 1200, that means I will put the value of principal 1200. I have to find out the R of 1200 for 6 years. Means T the 6 gives the SI of rupees 432. That means SI equals to 432. So can you solve this one? This 0000 will get cancelled. R is equals to 432 divided by 12 into 6. So if you solve this one, 6 sevens are and 6 2s are, and again 72 by 12 means 12 6 are. That means that will be 6%. Okay, and R is always in the percentage. So anyone have doubt in this? Because this was the most easiest question, so I'm expecting that everyone has solved this, right? So let's go for the next one. Very good. So let's solve this one now. What sum of money must be given as a simple interest for 6 months at 4% per annum in order to earn 150 rupees interest? Now there is a 6 month, and this T, we always consider this T in a year here. Okay, the unit, as I said, R is always the percentage, P is the rupees. So for the T, 6 months, which means half year. So you have to write here 6 months means 1 by 2 years. Okay, how to convert months into year? As you know, there are 12 months. So whatever the months is given, if there is a 3 months, you will write down 3 by 4, means 1 by 4. If there is a 5 months, you will write 5 by 12. Here it is a 6 months, so you will write down 6 by 12 means 1 by 2. Okay, so everyone know this, how to convert months to year. You just have to divide by the 12. So what will be the answer? 7,500. Very good. So there is no need to solve because these are really easiest one. SI is 150, P I have to find, R is a 4% and T is a 1 by 2, you can say, divide by 100. So this will becomes 2, that means 150 into 2, that you can see easily say 150 into 100 by 2, which is equals to 7,500. So your P amount is equals to, P means principal. Yeah, very good. So let's go for the next question. solve this one. Oh, I forget to take a poll. No issue. Now tell me what will be the R here. 2 years, 3 months means what? Can you convert this 2 years, 3 months? This 2 years and 3 months means what? 3 by 12 means you can say 1 by 4. So for this 4 twos are 8 plus 1 means 9 by 4 years. Right? Here T will be equals to 9 by 4 years. Which means 2 years and 3 months means 3 by 12. Okay? 3 months means 3 by 12 which is equals to 1 by 4. So you will write here 2 and 1 by 4. Or you can say 2 plus 1 by 4 even. Okay. So that you will get the answer. 4 twos are 8 plus 1 9 by 4. Yes, okay, getting the answers. That's really good. That means everyone know that how to convert, right? So you just have to do this 9 by 4. Actually, this is really easy. 252 is equals to 1600 into 9 by 4 into R divided by 100. So double zero and this will becomes 4. So this will becomes 252 divided by 9 into 4. So can you solve this one? 9 twos are 18. That 9 eights are and 4 sevens are 28. Means it will become 7%. That's easiest one. Very good. Now let's go for the next question. First, we are solving the level 1 questions, which are the easy one. And yes, we can expect this type of question in the TIS. Okay, if it is questions are on the SI, that is on the simple interest, then we can expect this type of the question in the TIS. As we have solved the first question itself, which was on the TIS. So 3, 1 by 3% means what? 10 by 3%. That is for the 5 years. And that percent means 100 we get cancelled. 7 5s are 35 into 10 divided by. Yeah, okay. I understood what is the difference here. Sorry, I was also calculating right just easily. It's not if you observe the question, you can observe that what sum will amount to rupees 7,000. That means have you understood the difference between this question? Exactly what your questions we have solved the previously and now this one. There is a quite difference. It's 7,000 SI or sum. Read the question clearly. What are they saying? What sum? That means they have asked you the P. Will amount to rupees 7,000. Means 7,000 is a amount. Amount is what? Principal plus simple interest. Or what are the interest? That means they have given you the amount and they are asking in the 5 years at 3 1 by 3 interest. Now 5 is a T and R is a 3 1 by 3. Right? So what will you do here? Amount is a 7,000. So what will be the P here? You can say amount is equal to P plus SI. Right? So can you write down here P plus SI, that is amount. So you can say SI is equals to amount. No, actually not in that way. But SI is also not, we don't know that and even we don't know the. Okay. So we can write here SI, that means amount minus P is equals to P into R is what? Okay, not exactly that way actually. Okay, that we can write down like that way also. Or we can say 7 into 5 into 10 by 3 divided by 10 by 3 divided by 100. And this is amount is what? 7,000. Right? So if you solve this one, you will get to know that 1 and 1, 5 twos are, that is P 7,000 minus P is equals to 1 by 6P. You will get this equation. Okay, I will explain this once again. Because, okay, many students have already get this, that means I don't think so it's needed to explain, but still listen. What are they saying? Amount is a P plus SI. So I can write out here SI is equal to A minus P is equals to P into R into T divided by 100. So I have just solved this 7,000 minus P is equals to this 5 and 10, that is 50 by 100, it becomes 1 by 6. So you can solve this, will get added here. So 7,000 is equals to 1 by 6 P plus P, which is equals to 7 by 6P. So you can see here 7,000 is equals to 7 by 6P. That means 7,000 and this will become P is equals to 6,000. Or even you can see like 1 by 6. How did we get 10 by 3? Because 3 1 by 3% means what? 3 1 by 3. What we do for this? 3 into 3, 9 plus 1, 10 by 3%. Okay, even from the options also you can see that from which option, because you can see 10 by 3 into 5, which becomes 10 by 3 into 500, which is a 1 by 6. So what amount of 1 by 6 is equals to, that means you will add that 1 by 6 on that, you will get the 7,000, but that option you have to check all the options. How 7 by 6p? This will get added 1 by 6p plus p. You can see here, to make the denominator same, you will multiply two numerator and denominator by the 6, or you can do the cross multiply. 1p plus 6 into p, 1p plus 6p, that is a 7p divided by 6. Okay, I am doing the cross multiply here. Okay, understood? Clear, 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 clear. Okay, how 7 by 6, that is also okay. 10 by 3, that is also okay. Is there any question? No. Okay. Please explain how to solve 10 by 3 by 100. This one. Okay. Let's explain here. P into 5 into 10 by 3. Whenever it is a 10 by 3, you can directly write down here. That means 5 into 100. That means 5%. Sorry. 10 by 3%. That means 10. So for a percent, 100 is here. And instead of 10 by 3 writing here, I can write down this 3 here also. Okay. So if you solve this one, you will get that 5 into 10, 50, and 50 twos are 100. So which will becomes 1p divided by 3 twos are 6. Okay. Why I haven't used the formula? That is what I have used here. A is equal to P plus SI. That means SI is equals to what? A minus P, because this formula is for the SI, right? So from this formula, you can say SI is equals to A minus P. So that is what I have used here. Because A is also unknown, P is also unknown. So I have written here in the P in the two form, so that A is no, sorry, SI is also unknown, P is also unknown. So I have to keep here, I have put the value of SI as the A minus P. Okay. Now done. Now let's go for the next question. Everyone is okay with this theory? Confirm? Can I go for the next one? Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. And if anyone have the small doubts in the calculations, then I will explain it in the end, because we have to cover more questions now. Okay. Because the level is going to increase slowly. So let's understand the questions first. So can you solve the question on the board? Now let's solve together. Okay, what are they saying here? Rima took a loan of rupees 500 with SI for as many years as the rate of interest. That means they just wanted to say that as many years as rate of interest, that C is equals to R. This is what they wanted to say, right? And if she paid rupees 432 as an interest at the end, that means SI is a 432, which is equal to P is a 1200 into T and into R. That means can I write here T into R? That first for this understanding, I will take it as it is. Okay. This 0 will get cancelled. So T into R is equals to 432 by 12, which is equals to 12 3 R and 12 6 are 36. But as you know that T is equals to R. That means both are equal. So you can either put what they have asked here. What is the rate of interest? So instead of T, can I say R, because both are equal? So R into R is a 36. Twice of R is a 36 is R square. Sorry, not twice of R into R is R square is a 36. So what will be the value of R? R will be 6. That means both values are equal and the multiplication is a 36. So of course R will be 6, T will be 6. That's why it is possible that R into R is a 36. So answer is a 6. Then why some people were saying 18 or cannot be determined? Why T is equals to R? Because in the question they have mentioned that Rina took a loan with simple interest for as many years as the rate of interest. Which means that as many years as the rate of interest. Means whatever percent of interest is equals to the number of years. It is mentioned in the question. That's why R is equals to T. Rate and time period is equal. Yeah, that is mentioned in the question itself. Okay. We don't take it always, but in this question they have said, that's why we have taken this. Now let's go for the next one. Yeah. A person deposited 400 for 2 years, 550 for 4 years, and 1200 for 6 years. He received the total SI of 1020. Find the rate of interest per annum. That means he's depositing three amounts for different years at the same rate of interest. And because they have asked you to find out the rate of interest. So what will be the R here? Very good, getting the answers. That's good. How will you solve this one? First, you can say SI for the first year will become 400 into 2 into R by 100. For the second one, you will get 550 into 4 into R by 100. And for the third one, it is a 1200 into 6 into R by 100. Is it visible? Okay. And they are saying that he received the total SI. This is SI for one amount, second amount, and third amount. And total SI is equals to the, that was the 1020. Okay, I thought 1200. So this is the total is that. That means 0000. Even you can solve orally even. This 0000 will get cancelled. And for this you can say that 10, 5 twos are and 11 R's are and 2 ones are and 2 twos are. That means you can say 4 twos are 8, 8 R plus 11 into 2, 22 R plus 12 into 6, 72 R is equals to what? 1020. All coefficient is R. So can you add them all? 8 plus 22, 30. 30 plus 72 will be 102. R is equals to 102 R. So obviously R's value will be 1020 by 102, which is equals to 10%. That's it. Too much easiest one. Even discussion was also easy. And only at this time there are the three amounts, three different amounts. But formula is the same. You have to use the same things. Okay. Everyone is okay with this. Can we go for the next one? Let's see. Okay. So this is the easiest type of the level 1 type of the question. So everyone have understood this level 1 type. That means you can find out like if they given and the rate and the month. Oh, sorry. T. That means time period in the month. Then you can convert it in the year. If it is in the fraction or like a 3 1 by 3 or 2 1 by 9 like this. Then also you can convert them. That means you have to use the only this formula. So everyone is okay. Okay, I haven't taken the poll. Oops. Let's take a poll fast on this. Yes, very easy. Yeah, actually type 1 was the very easy because you have to find that this formula and all these things are that. Already some all things are given. You just have to put the values there. So let's end the poll and after that we will go for the next questions. Next type. Okay, I'm ending this poll now. Okay. Yeah. So let's see the type number 2. Where you can see interest for different number of years. Okay, this type where you have to find the interest for the different number of years. It's just like there is something you can easily see the question. Let's see from the question you will understand that what I wanted to say. Okay, in the question number 1, if you observe, if rupees 460 amounts to rupees 640 in 6 years, what will it amount in 2 years at the same rate of percent? At the same rate percent. Can you solve this one actually? I wanted to see that anyone can solve this one. Have you understood the question? What are they saying that there was something of 460 rupees was the loan or principal amount which changes to the amount of 640 in 6 years. That means at the time of taking a loan, he has taken the loan of 460. But after 6 years, he had to pay the total amount of rupees 640 for the 6 years. And they are saying that if the rate of percent is the same, then what was the amount? What will be amount in 2 years? Instead of 6 years, what will that amount in 2 years? So can you solve this one? Let's see. Very good. 520 option number A. Correct. Shivida, it is correct. Sampanna, Rajesh, yeah. Jivita, Sampanna. Yes, everyone has solved it correctly. How will you solve this one? If you observe the question carefully, my principal was 460 and amount is a 640. That means what will be SI? 640 minus 460, which will be equals to 180. Right? This SI 180 is for how many years? SI and time period. This 180 is for 6 years. So what will be the SI for 2 years? Can you find out this one? Do the cross multiply here. Or you can directly say 6 ones are 6 threes are. Question mark will be 60 rupees. That means for 2 years, it was the 60 rupees. So if you add P plus SI, then you will get the amount. So what will be the amount after 2 years? You can answer orally even. Amount will be 460 plus 60, which is equals to 520 for 2 years. For 2 years. Have you understood this one? Have we got 180? After this cross multi 180, this difference, because this is the principal, this is the amount. So SI is what? Amount is equal to principal plus interest. So obviously interest will be amount minus P. So 640 minus 460 is 180. So I get the 180. Explain again, you get the confused. Won't principal change what? Principal is always same. That means principal is what? Loan. If you have taken the loan of 10 lakh and you are paying the interest, that means loan was the 10 lakh only. It won't change. Right? Amount only changes or interest changes. But whatever the loan you have taken, that value is the same for whatever for 3 years, 5 years. So principal is always same. Yeah, if you don't know the formula, we can do this logically even. For the formula, then you have to do like that. Yeah, what is the exactly 180? So you have to solve, you have to first find out the R. That means this question you can solve by the formula. It will be too long. So we don't have to find the, yeah, we don't need to find out the rate of interest even. Are you getting this method? I will explain this method again if anyone have doubt. Then please ask, is 180 is 6, then how much is 2? Yeah, 180 rupees interest for 6 years. So what will be interest for 2 years? You can do like this. Even for to make the 2 for the 6 you are dividing by the 3. So let's do 180 by 3 which is a 60. This is also the way. What I said, have you understood this? To make this 2, 6 ka 2 chahiye. To make the 6 as a 2 and dividing it by 3. So let's divide 180 by 3 which is a 60 rupees. That means for 2 years it is a 60 rupees. If it was for 12 years, you will do the twice. If it was for the 9 years, you will find out by the cross multiplication. That means you can solve for the any number of the years. You don't even need to find out the rate of interest. Can you explain after 60? Yeah, okay. After 60 means this is what? Simple interest for 2 years. And they are asking you that what will be its amount in 2 years? That means what will be the amount in 2 years? My principal was 460 and after 2 years I have to pay the interest of 60 rupees. So how much you will pay? Your loan was 460 and interest was 60 rupees. So you have to pay 460 loan plus 60 rupees interest. That means total 520 after 2 years. After 6 years, you are paying 640 rupees. Now understood? What type did we start now? Second type we have start where you have to find actually I didn't understand what to give the name. So I have given that at the different rates. Or what exact. Type number 2 we have started. Then rate, we don't need to find out the rate. If you want the rate, what will you do here? Do you know that? For 2 years it is 60 means for 1 year it is a 30 rupees. So what percent of 460 is a 30 rupees? You want this one? Let's do this one. If you want to find the rate, actually from this question you can find too many questions. Okay, let's find out the R so that you will get clear. Now just tell me that this amount SI is a 60 year for 2 years, 60 rupees. So for 1 year it is a 30 rupees. Okay, for 1 year SI is equals to 30 rupees. Your P is equals to 460 rupees. T is a 1 year. So can you find out the R here easily? 30 is equals to 460 into R. That's a T is a 1. So you can find out it easily 300 by 46. So this whatever the percentage after solving this, because this will be obviously something will be in the point, right? 150 by 23 and you have to solve this one. Or you can solve for this one also, even for this one also you can find out the only R you have to find, you will do like 460 into 6 into R by 100 which is equals to 180, but again you will get the same formula here. That means 300 by 46 which you are getting by any of this. Okay, even in this, even you can find out or you can find out like this for 1 year also. Now have you understood this? Anyone have still doubt, then please ask me. Explain after 60. Okay, I will explain that once again. What I said, 60 is what? SI, that is simple interest for 2 years. Your loan amount, you have taken this loan from me of rupees 460 for 2 years and you have to pay as an interest 60 rupees. So how much will you pay after 2 years? 460 of loan plus 60 rupees interest, because they had asked you the amount here. So amount will be 460 plus 60, that is a 520. Now understood? Everyone is clear with this one? So that we can go for the next questions, because this is really easy way. Or you have to find out the R, then you will do for the second year. That means that will be really lengthy if you solve by the formula. Yes, we can. Yes, very good. Now let's go for the next one. Let's see the next question. Solve this one, try this one now. We have to find out the rate here. So just try this one now. As you know that simple interest is the same for every year. Right? That amount is the same for every year. It doesn't change. Whatever the interest you have to pay for the simple interest, whether it is for 5 years or 10 years, if you are paying 100 rupees for first year, you will pay 100 rupees for all years, whether it is for 5 years, 10 years, 19 years, 28 years or 100 years, whatever. If on the first month you have to pay 100, then you have to pay 100 for lifetime. So can you solve this one? Even many steps you can solve orally. That means for some steps, if you get the answer, then instead of finding out the formula R is equals to what, you can think orally also. If you know the principle, you know the SI, and then you can find out that what percent of that is on the principle, what percent is equal to SI. So that you can find out orally even. So let's solve it together, because I have get the answers for many questions. Now let's solve. What are they saying? Is sum of money at some rate of interest amounts to rupees 2900 in 8 years and to 3000 rupees in 10 years. The rate of interest per annum is. That means if first try to understand the questions. Okay. Whatever the XYZ amount, I don't know that amount. Suppose I have taken the loan from you, that amount. Okay. So if I took that loan for the 8 years, then after 8 years, I have to pay 2900. If I take it for 10 years, then I have to pay 3000 rupees. Then they are asking you that at what percent I have taken the loan from you. That means got the question. That same amount for 8 years, that means same principle is the same. Rate of interest is also same. Only T, that is a year, that is number of years for which I am taking a loan, that is changing. If I took a loan for 8 years, I have to pay 2900. If I took a loan of 10 years, then I have to pay 3000 rupees. So can you say that for 8 years, okay, for 8 years, loan is a 2900, and for 10 years, it is a 3000. That means if for 2 years, that loan is increasing for 1000 rupees, sorry, 100 rupees. This interest, this is the total interest, is only interest is increasing, right? Because principal amount is the same. Principal does not change. Every time only interest is adding every year. So after 2 years, interest is increased by 100 rupees. That means you can say that for 1 year, interest is a 50 rupees. Okay, even instead of this, okay, after this I will explain, but just try to find out this one first. Okay, what is exactly amount, what I wanted to say. For 2 years, interest is 100 rupees, right? 100 rupees interest. So, if 2 year के लिए 100 rupees interest है, then what will be interest for 8 years? Why for 8 years? I will explain that one. But first tell me that if 2 years interest is 100 rupees, then for 8 years 100 interest will be, that means 2 fours are. That means it will become 400 rupees interest. Is it okay? For 8 years he had to pay 400 rupees interest, and amount, this was the amount, right? This is the amount, this is also the amount. That means in this amount of 2900 for 800, he is paying the interest of 400. So what is the principal? Can you tell me that for 8 years, if you understood this one, for 8 years, amount is equals to 2900 and SI is equals to 400. So you can say principal will be amount minus interest, that means 2900 minus 400, which is equals to 2500. This will be the principal, right? And for this principal 2500, now you can find out like principal is a 2500. Okay, then you have to find out the R, number of years. If you are taking for 2 years, SI is 100. If you are taking for 8 years, SI is a 400. If you are taking for the 10 years, SI will be 500. So you can take for any year. So if T is a 2 years, SI is a 100 rupees. So what will be the R? Can you find out this? Or even you can easily say that if you took for the 1 year, SI is a 50 rupees. So what percent of 2500 is a 50 rupees? You can easily say that 2500 ka 2% is a 50 rupees. Because 1% of 2500 is a 25 rupees. So 2% will be 50 rupees. That means you can find out if you took for the 1 year, then you can find out more easily, even orally. But if you don't think like that, I can solve orally, then you can take for the 2 years like this. You can solve like P is a 2500 into T is a 2. R I have to find divide by 100, which is equals to SI is a 100. So you can solve this one, and this 100 divided by 50, which is equals to 2%. So my rate of interest will be 2%. Now this is, I know that you will say that, but how can you say that this is the easy method you have written on full board, but on the exam, instead of writing this, I can directly find out from the question that yes, difference for 2 years is a 100 rupees. That means for 1 year it is a 50 rupees. You can find out this orally. If for 2 years it is 100 rupees, so for 8 years it will be 400 rupees. So I will subtract 2900 minus 400 is 2500. So I get the principal is a 2500. For 1 year it is a 50 rupees. So 2500 का कितना percent is a 50 rupees? It is a 2%. So even without using the pen, I can solve this question. But you must know the logic behind this. Are you getting this one? Got it, everyone? Okay. Still anyone have doubt, then you can ask, or we can go for the next question. I think so in the next question now you will solve it by yourself. Let's try this one. I think this question is a different or same. I have to check it. As I am saying that by practicing, you can really solve these questions orally, or at least within a 2-3 steps. Only for understanding purpose, I am explaining in so many steps, but it really doesn't need it. You can find out orally, even some differences, some multiplications, you can do it orally. Now, next question is a certain sum of money amount to rupees 2200 at 5% per annum rate of interest and 2300 at 8% interest in the same period of time. The period of time is what? This is almost the same, you can say. So let's solve it together now. Okay, I'm ending this poll now. Let's try to understand. Okay, I will explain orally first. I will explain on the board. What is happening? A certain sum of money amounts to rupees 2200. certain sum of money, whatever the principal, I don't know what is that principal, but it becoming a 2200 at 5% per annum, and rupees 2300 at 8% annum. That means for the same time of period, and in the same period of time, the period of time is what? Okay, so what are they saying? That for example, XYZ amount you have taken the loan, you are taken for the T years. I don't know exactly what, but for the same years, if rate of interest is a 5%, then amount is a 2200. But if that rate of interest is a 8%, that means amount will be 2300. And explain that if the rate of interest is a more, you will prefer which the rate of interest is a less, because at that time you have to pay the less. That means here what is exactly happening when the rate is a 5%. Whenever R is a 5%, at that time your amount is a 2200, and whenever R is a 8%, at that time amount is a 2320. Now time period is the same, right? Time period is the same. Principal is also same. That means this amount is changing only by the rate of interest, because there are only 3 points: either principal, either rate of interest, or time period. As principal is always the same, and they are saying this is for the same period of time. That means time is also same. That means whatever this amount is changing, this is only because the what? Rate of interest. This rate is increasing by what percent? 3%, and it is increasing by what amount? 120 rupees. Up to this, everyone is okay? If the rate is increasing by the 3%, if rate is 3% more, then you have to pay 120 rupees more. Right? That means this is not exactly amount. We can say this is the interest, right? Because if you subtract or amount is increasing, that means interest is increasing, because principal is the same. So for 3% rate, interest is 120 rupees. So can you say for 1% it will be, or you can directly find out for the 5%. Either find out for the 1% or directly find out for the 5%. But easily I can find out that for 1% interest will be 40 rupees. Right? That means for 5%, what is your interest? 40 into 5, which is equals to 200 rupees. Right? That means for 5% of rate of interest, amount is 2200, in which interest is a 200. Then what will be the principal amount? Are you getting this question? What I wanted to say, similar question, yes. Only instead of rate of interest, you have to find out the T here and R is increased. So what will you do here? I is it 200? That means your principal will becomes A minus I. So 2200 minus 200, which is equals to 2000 rupees. Right? That means your principal is a 2000 rupees. You have to find out the T. R you can take either 5%, either 1%, either 8%, any of this. Now I will take R is a 1% and SI is a, for 1% SI is what? 40 rupees. So can you say that 200 ka 1% is the 40, that means what number must be? T will be added here. 2000 ka 1% into T divided by 100 is equals to 40. So you can say this 40 by 20, which is equals to 2 years. Now have you understood this one? Ma'am, can we say 120 into 100 by 3? For this, yes, of course, you can say 120 into 1 divided by 3. Not 100 by 3, you can say 120 into 1 by 3, because this percent will get cancelled. Or you can say 120 into 1 by 100 divided by 3 by 100, which 100 will get cancelled. When R is a 5%, SI is a 200. Yes. If R is a 5%, SI is a 200. If R is a 8%, what will be the SI? Tell me that. If R is a 8%, what will be the SI? Have you understood the question? If R is a 8%, then what will be the SI? 320 rupees will be SI, because as 1%, SI is a 40 rupees. So you can find out for any of the percent, because you know that for 1% it is a 40 rupees. Please listen that in the exam, you don't have to write down these steps. You are directly going to write down these steps. And you're getting in the exam, by looking at the question, you will directly write down this question. Because you can see that 5%, 8% to 3% is increased. Then what is the amount increase? You have to do that 2200 and 2300. That means difference is the 120 rupees. So this is what only for the understanding purpose. In the exam, you won't write this one. Okay, I will show you in the exam what you have to write. You can directly write here this one. Right? Then this thing you have to done the orally. Okay, this thing again you have to done the orally. Then you can directly write down this R 5%, even not this step. You can directly say that R percent 200. You won't write down these steps again. You, because this step you will do the orally, you will get the 2000 here. Right? Then you will think here 2001% is here and 40 rupees I want. So 2000 as R is a 1%. So what must be the T? Because R is a 1. So 2000 का कितना percent is a 40? 2000's what percent is a 40? 2000's 10% is sorry, it's not percent actually, but you can say like that one also. 2000 का कितना percent is a 40? It will become 4. 4% is a 40. Sorry, not 4 actually. 2000 का 2% is a 40. Sorry. So 2000 का 2% is a 40. That means R and T, because here R is a 1. So instead of R, you can say, you can exchange them. So even you can this from this you can find out like this orally that 2000 पे कितना multiply करोगे तो मुझे 40 मिलेगा. Because here it is a 1 and 2000 पे 1% के लिए divide with 100 करना. That means of course this principle is becoming 2000 and this from this 100, that means this 100 will get divided, that means this is a 20. So 20 into what is equals to 40. That means after this you will directly write down this one, not even this one. 20 into why 20? Because 2000, but I know that this double zero and this percentage is going to cancel. So 20 into what is equals to 40? So question mark is a 2. Are you getting this one? What exactly you have to write down in the exams? In the exam, you will try to solve this one within the shorts method. You won't write down this all this thing. First, directly you will write this thing. Then you know that 3% is a 120, means 1% is a 40. That means 5% is a 200. Now I know 5% is a 200. That means in this 200 is extra. That means my principal is 2000. After this 2000, you will directly write down this 2000 में से double zero चला गया 20. 20 into what is equals to 40. So you will directly write down this equation. So you will get the answer as a 2. Type 2 comes for the T's. Actually, they haven't asked this one, but if they ask, then you must know this, because this is not that much high level. Okay, this is really easy one even. Why not minus 232? Okay, minus 200, because here I have find out for the 5%. If I had find for the 8%, then I will minus from this, because this is for the 8%. 200 is for the 5%. For the 8%, it will become 40 into 8, 320. So I will subtract 2320 minus 320, which is equal to 2000. Okay? Understood, Jaya? Okay. You again missed 1 hour. Oops. Okay. No, Srividya, because it is not a 5% of 2200 is equals to 8% of that. It is a 5% of something extra. That means 105% of x is equals to the not equals to actually is equal to 2200, and 108% of x is a 2320. So you cannot do like that one. Ma'am, why did you assume that 120 in interest? I did not assume it. I have subtraction 2320 minus 2200. This 120 is not assuming, this is the subtraction of this one. Because this is 8 minus 5. So I have done this 2300 minus 2200. You directly did like 2200 minus 40. Why 40? 40 is only for 1 year. and this 2200 is for 5%, and this 40 is a 1%. So you cannot directly do the minus 40. No, ma'am, I'm asking why 120 is the interest. Okay, that means how did I? Okay. Why it is the interest, why it is not the amount, or why it is not the principal, like this question, right? So why it is the interest? Because for 5% and for 8%, T is the same, because time period they are saying that it is for the same time of period. Principal amount is always remains same, because whatever loan you have taken, it doesn't changes. That means loan amount is also same, right? That means only R percentage changes here. By changing the R percent, what happens? Amount increase here. But what is the amount actually? Amount is nothing but the principal plus interest, in which principal is the same. Principal agar 500 है, so it will be same again 500. That means amount is increasing. That means amount is a principal plus interest, and principal is the same. That means what exactly increased in this amount? Interest is increased only because principal is the same. Understood? So any increase in the principal can be considered. If any increase in the amount, then we will consider increase in the interest only, because principal is always the same. So in the amount, because this is the amount. Amount is what? Principal plus interest. Okay. Anyone have still doubt? Then please ask. Okay, let me read that principal is. How do we know that principal is the same, Mansi? Principal amount is 2000 and at 5% it increase. Principal is at 2000 and amount is at 2200. Okay, and what was that question actually? How did I decide that principal is the same? Principal means what? The sum of money which you have borrowed or you have taken at the loan. So if you have taken the loan of 10 lakh for the car, that means it doesn't mean that for next year that 10 lakh will become, they will say that you have taken the loan of 11 lakh from us. Can that bank say that? If you have taken the loan of 10 lakh, it will be 10 lakh only. It won't change. If you are taking a loan of 1000 rupees from your friend, he cannot say that yes, you have taken 1500 from me. If you have taken 1000, yeah, friend itself which we both सकता so don't consider that one. But I'm just saying that if you are taking from the bank or if you take the reality in reality, if you are taking a loan of 1000, then it will remain 1000 only. Only increase will be the interest will be increased on that. But that loan amount will be always same. And that loan amount is nothing but the principal. That's why I said principal is the same. So this is not on two different principles. No, never on the two different principles. Principal is always same. Okay, these two different amounts are the amounts, not the principal. Here principal is a 2000. Means it will be 2000 for lifetime. So it will again increase for every year as the rate of interest and every year as the increase number of year increases. Okay. So let's go for the next one. Yeah, this is quite different now. Can you solve this one? Let's try this one. This is again easy question. Can you solve this one? P is 8000. There are two different P actually in this question because they are talking about two different transactions. Okay. These are the two different transactions. So P's are also different for two times. Now, why didn't we take 120 into 100 by 3 but took 3 by 100 as a want initial amount principal? 120 into 100 by 3 but took 3 by 100. Where we took 3 by 100 exactly, Suvidya? I didn't understood your question. ये भी delete कर दिया. When we have taken 3 by 100 as we want initial amount of principal. But then we 120 into, I directly find out for the 1% there, right? As for 3% it was the 120, so for 1% it is a 40, which we can find out orally even. So was it needed? Now let's solve this one first. Option number A, you are getting. This is really easiest one actually. You can say in what time will 8000 at 3% per annum produce the same interest. That means there are two different transactions and rate of this simple interest is the same. At 6,000 does in 5 years at 4% interest. That means when you pay the 6,000, when you invest the 6,000 for 5% at 4%, then whatever the interest you are getting is equals to the when you pay the interest when you save the 8,000 rupees of principal for 3 years at 3%. That means 3 by 100. You will get the same rate of interest. So can you find out this one? Six into 5 into 4 divided by 8 into 3 is equals to t. So how can you solve this one? 3 1s are 3 2s are, and this one will be 4 2s are 8, and 8 will get cancelled. So your t will be 5 years. Right? Everyone is okay with this one? Yeah, very good. Now let's go for the next one because this was the most easiest. Just know that both is same for the different transactions. So you have to find out the t. So let's try this one now. 6,800 are the different principles on different transactions. Okay, it was not the amount, it was the principal. And they had said that interest is the same on different principles for different year and different percent of rate of interest. What are they saying in the question? A lent 5,000 rupees to B for 2 years and 3,000 to C for 4 years on simple interest at the same rate of interest and received 2200 in all from both as the interest. The rate of interest is what? That means A give the 5,000 rupees for 2 years to the B at something rate of interest. That means he is giving 5,000 rupees for 2 years at R%, and he gave to the C at rupees 3,000 rupees for 4 years. 3,000 rupees for 4 years at the same rate of interest, and at the end, okay, he received 2200 in all. That means from both, if they add them from both, he is getting 2200. So can you solve this one? This 2020 will get cancelled here first. So 50 into 2, 100 R plus 30 into 4, 120 R is equals to 2200. 100 plus 120 will be 220 R, which is equal to 2200, means R will be 10%. So this is the easiest one. 5k into 2, yeah, that is what we have solved. Very good, Sur. I don't know what is your name. Okay, Sur. Okay, so let's do the next question. Yeah, so try this one again. This is again same. Even do you know how to solve this question already? Let's try this one. Okay, what will we do in this question? Again 10% or the 10% for the previous one? 120 plus 60, 180. Okay, it won't be 10 actually for this question. So it was for the previous. So what will we do to solve this question orally? I'm just solving. Okay, let's try this one first. Then I will explain. Okay. Very good, Sampana. Other ones, Lavisha, correct. Yes, now getting the answers. Anupriya, Hema, Yashvardhan, correct. Shrikant, yeah, okay. Correct. Same type of the question is this. Exactly similar. Nothing has changed. Okay. Now let's listen to me first that how to solve it orally. Then I will explain on the board. Okay. In the first, A lent 6,000 rupees to B for 2 years. And rate of interest I don't know, right? But as I know, rate is in the percentage. That means there will be double divide by the 100. So obviously I will multiply 6,000 into 100. That means I can directly cancel out 20 from the 6,000. So what is remain here? 60 into 2, 120 R plus That 1500 to double zero is cancelled. 15 into 4, 60 R. 120 R plus 60 R, which is equal to 180 R, and in total he is getting 900 rupees. So 180 R is equals to 900, that is 18 5s are 90, means R is a 5%. Get this one? So what I said, 6,000 for 2 years into R by 100. So just double zero cancel it out first. Okay, then 1500 for 4 years at R%. Again double zero will get cancelled, and at the end he is getting 900 rupees. So this 900 is equals to 62s are 120, 15 fours are 60. So this will becomes 180 R, which is equals to 900. The 0 0 will get cancelled. R will be 90 by 80. Sorry, 5%. Okay, yes. So let's do the next one. Try this one. Okay, so what is the question here? 500 rupees was invested at 12% per annum SR, and a certain sum of money invested at 10% per annum on SR. If the sum of interest on both the sum after 4 years is 480. Again, it is same, exactly same to the previous one. Only in that R was unknown. Here, what is unknown? Second P is unknown. Right? Principal on the, for the second transaction is the unknown. Otherwise, all things are the same. So it will be the same, easy one. 500 was invested for 12%, 500 for 12%. And they are talking at the end that for 4 years, right? That means for 4 years divide by 100. Plus, because total he is getting 480 rupees, right? Plus, second amount of P into 10% annum for 4 years will be bought. So here can you solve this one? This double zero will get cancelled. So 12 5 is 60 into 4, 240. So 480 is equals to 240 plus this will becomes 4 by 10 P. Right? So this 240 will get subtracted. 840 minus 240 is a 240 is equal to 4 by 10 P. So you can do like this, P is equals to 2400 divided by 4, because obviously this 10 will get, 10 will get multiplied. So it will become, okay, sorry, it was the percentage or what exactly happened? Yeah, okay, 600, not percentage. We are finding the P, right? Yes, so P will become 600. Why can't we do 480 minus 500? As P1 is already given. Because 480 is the total interest and 500 is the principal. So how can you directly minus principal minus interest? As we always add the interest in the principal. But that interest is not exactly on the 500. That interest is on the two different transactions. So how can you subtract directly 500 minus 480? Right? Okay, Parvati, you asked this question. I think someone else is asking this question. Okay, this was not expected from you, but okay, it may happen. Didn't read the question. Okay. Okay, now let's solve next one. Yeah, this is the last one from the second type. A person borrows 5,000 for 2 years at 4% per annum SI. He immediately lends it to another person at 6.1 by 4% per annum. Yeah, okay. Now tell me that can you solve this one? Let's try this one, okay? It's almost 9:45. Okay. What will be the answer? Got the first answer. Very good. Who's getting? Because the same type of the question you will get on the Google, but there is a quite difference in that question and this question. Okay, little difference is there. Option number C, 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 C. Okay, let's solve. I think so. Answer must not be the A, but still, it maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I really don't think so. Answer must not be A because I have changed the question. Let's see. Okay, a person borrows 5,000 for 2 years at 4% per annum, simple interest. He immediately lends it to another person at 6.1 by 4% per annum, simple interest for 2 years. His gain in the transaction is what? Now, what is happening here? Initially, he took a loan of 5,000 from a person at 4% per annum. And what he did, he whatever that amount, he immediately give that amount, that is this principal, to another person at a loan for the percentage of 6.1/4%. That means whatever he is taking at 4% and giving at 6.1/4%. That means the difference of 6.1/4 minus 4% will be his profit. Okay, because if you see that is gain in transaction, that is what happened. That person took a loan at 4%, right? We take and give at the 6.1/4%. That means I am taking the something amount at 4%, I am giving to another one at 6.1/4%. So gain will be the difference of this. Gain will be 6.1/4 minus 4%. Right, that means 6 4s are 25, 24 plus 1, 25/4 minus 4 means you can say that 25/4 means it is 25 minus 16, which is a 9/4%. That means his gain is a 9/4% on what amount of on the person borrows of 5,000, right? So his percent gain will become, sorry, not percent gain, his gain is as, right, which is a 5,000 ka 9/4%. Right? So it will become 0000, which will cancel, and this will become 450 by. Is it a 4? Yeah, okay. Okay, so it will become 112.5. Whether what exactly mistaken, I didn't understood. Wait a moment. 2 1/4 means what? Okay, sorry, I think so. This is what I have taken 2 1/4. Yeah, 2 1/4 means 9/4. Okay. So 112.50 was the answer. Yeah, we can find out by the difference, ma'am. This same question in RS Agarwal with so on first amount. Yeah, I know this question is same on the RS Agarwal, but actually you solved per year? No, but I think I have done the mistake. It must be 225 actually. Ma'am, you forgot to multiply. Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. Because this is for the 112 rupees, 112.5. He is getting the gain, but he is giving for the 2 years, right? Yeah, okay, I will explain the difference now. Okay, yeah, wait a moment. But whatever this 112.5 rupees gain, but for 2 years, his gain will becomes 112.5 into 2, which is equals to 225 rupees. So your answer for this question is equals to 225 rupees now. Now I will explain the difference between the RS Agarwal and in this question. If you read the question carefully in the RS Agarwal, there was the question that his gain in the transaction per year is. Okay, that is the difference. I just delete that word and I took this question. But the question is same. But in the RS Agarwal, they have asked you the gain per percent per year. Okay. So we can solve by the amounts also. You can, if you want, yeah, you have solved for 1 year. Yes, I have solved for the 1 year even. Yes, in the RS Agarwal, they have asked you per annum. But I have taken in this question, you read it carefully. It is not for per annum. There is only the percent gain. Okay, I will explain this once again. Okay, anyone have still doubt? Okay. So SI for first is it 400? Why 400? It is only 5,000, right? So for 5,000, it won't be 400. I think so. Amount for the first part is a 5,400. Okay, yeah, right. It will be the amount. Okay, so I have to find, you want that from that method? Okay, I will explain by that one also. Okay, you want from the point of the method, I will explain from that also. Let's see here. Suppose for 5,000, okay, P is a 5,000, R is a 4%, and T is a 2 years, right? So you can find out SI here. SI will become 5,000 into 4 into 22 by 100. So this double zero will get cancelled. 5 4s are 22s are 400. That means SI is a 400. right? He is getting the SI of 400. Now what he is doing? He is giving the 5,000 to another person at 6 1 by 4%. So this time SI will becomes 5,000 into 2 years into 6 1 by 4% means what? 25 by 4%. So 25 by 4 into 100. So what will become this one? 2 ones are and 2 twos are, and this one will becomes 25 fours are again. Okay. That means it is becoming 5,000 by 8. No. I think so. I have missed something, or it will be 5,000 by 8. Yeah. So it will become 6 something. Yeah. If you solve this one, you will get that 8 8 6 are 48, 2's remain, 8 2's are, and 8 5's are. So 625 rupees. That means what is the difference? What is his gain? 225 rupees. So his gain will become 625 minus 400, which is equals to 225 rupees. Okay. How to show the gain per year? Okay. After this method, as you know that this 225 rupees is the gain, but this is for 2 years. So per year it will becomes 225 by 1. 225 by 2, sorry. Okay, if you solve by this method and you want for the 1 year, then you will do one thing only, 225 by 2. Got it, everyone? Okay, very good. Yeah, he lends the amount whatever he has got. That means 5,000 same amount, right? Principal, that is. Got it. Very good. Okay. So this was the second time actually, second type we have completed. Let's take a poll that you have understood the second type. Only one question in this with that question. So I have to solve that one. But other ones, have you understood all? So it's almost 10 o'clock. Are you enjoying this or getting bored? Please tell me that, because we have to do one more type, and in which there are again 6 questions. So are you fresh? If they are not, per year is not mentioned, that means they are talking for the 2 years, means it is a 2 years. Because in the question they have given for the 2 years, right? They have already mentioned that for 2 years he played it at for 2 years at the 4% and again 46 1 by 4. Which means we consider the 2 years only. This will be okay. It's fun. Okay, that's good. So let's take the next type fast. Okay, it's easy to understood, but don't. Okay, you don't like to solve, right? Gain is always difference between two SIs. Yeah, gain means what he is saying at first this one and then. Yeah, for this you can say gain is what the difference between these two percentage, because he is giving and he is taking for the 4% and selling at 6%. That means it is nothing but the profit and loss line. Right? This is the cost price, this is the selling price. So profit will be what? Selling price minus cost price. Okay, yeah. So that's all. So that's all for the today's session. We will see in the next session. After that, take care and do the study. Bye.